My name is Peter Alldridge. I am the Drapers Professor of Law at Queen Mary. I've worked at Queen Mary since September 2003. Prior to that, I worked at Cardiff Law School from 1979 until September 2003. Prior to that, I was born and bred in Birmingham. My interview was on the 23rd of April 2003. It was a large interviewing panel. It was a panel of about, it might have been 9, it might have been 11. There were a lot. And the moment at which I thought I had a serious chance of getting the job was when I said something that wasn't on my CV, which was that in the previous 7 days or so, I'd been appointed a specialist advisor to a joint parliamentary committee on corruption. And at that moment, Adrian Smith, who was then the principal, took out his huge Mont Blanc pen and wrote something. And I thought, well, either he's just, doing his job seriously, or he regards that as important, in which case I've got a chance. And then Adrian was hands-on over those things, and so I got a phone call from him 10:30 that evening. I think Queen Mary has a wonderful blend of, on the one hand, fairly informal procedures and so on, and on the other, the sort of academic rigor that you would expect from a very high-level research-driven university. So far as concerns the student body, they were interesting. They were more diverse than you would see in Cardiff, because in Cardiff you would expect for probably 50 or 60% of the students to be Welsh. And I suppose quite a high proportion of our students here are from East London, but you don't really notice it. And then on the master's programs, it changes from year to year what you get. I mean, I teach financial crime, and the ideal years are when I have a class of about 20 or 30, and you can get 15 or 16 or 17 different nationalities, and you'll have somebody from one island in the Caribbean, Turks and Caicos or something like that. You'll have somebody who's in law enforcement in Kazakhstan, and so on, and that works very well. In recent years, there's been slightly less diversity in the masters, but it really does vary from year to year, and you get what turns up on one Thursday morning in September. I suppose one special memory for me is that I said earlier, I spent some time being involved with the Society of Legal Scholars, and partly as a result of having been head here, I was active in various subject groups, the Society of Legal Scholars being one, but also the Committee of Heads of University Law Schools. And as a consequence of those things, I ended up as president of the Society of Legal Scholars in 2017, and we held the conference here in September 2017, and though I says it myself, it was a success, I think. So yeah, that's one. One relating to students is that I think Queen Mary does well for students from lower socioeconomic groupings, and it's really satisfying to get a training contract with Freshfields for a student from Forest Gate.